formula that we did here, we were able to create the same success in Cleveland. It was amazing. It's amazing.
Now, you told me also that, and I had not heard this before, that your father, your birth father, came to the show and saw himself portrayed as a man raging against your mother, pulling a gun at some point, and he comes to the show and sees himself on stage. I had not heard that story before, but flesh that out for me.
So I've always been in contact with my father inadvertently over the years, and my mother thought it was still important for us to have a relationship with him. And so when I was producing the show for Cleveland, I said it was very important for him to see the show. I've created many shows past Mama Don't Cry, and he's never been able to see any of my shows. And I thought, if I'm going to Cleveland, this show was very important for him to see. And so not only it wasn't just important for me, it was important for my family. He had seen the show, and partway through the show, he finally realized that the show was about him.
He didn't realize that when he first walked in.
No, he didn't. He said after the show we talked and embraced, and he told me that he didn't remember anything that happened. He didn't remember, and he was sorry, that he put us through that, and he apologized. And my mother said that it not only helped her to allow him to see what had happened between them, it freed her up. It gave her peace to know that he finally knew, what impact that he had on the family. But we didn't keep it there. We're in great contact now. We have a great relationship. We have peace in our family. I've reached out to other family members who are on my father's side of the family, which we hadn't had contact for years, over this little show,
It's not a little show.
So, in essence, you never know what God is going to do. You never know the pieces that you think are broken. The pieces that you think are broken or could have demolished your family or torn your family apart. He's using them to not only heal you, but bring your family back together.
What a powerful thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you've really done well here. Now, so there's Mama Don't Cry. Will you do it again sometime?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, that show is a staple for us. We've, like I said, done other shows, but Mama Don't Cry is probably one of our most signature shows. And not only that, we use it for a tool for abuse recovery. We use it for a tool for Stop the Violence. We use it for a tool for advocacy and support for those who have been a part of domestic violence and abusive situations. And not only that, it helps people to start having the conversation. A lot of people don't have the conversation. Back when my mother was going through her situation, it was more or less like, family business is family business. And now it's just like family business can allow us to heal, can allow us to recover, can allow us to move forward. Because if you keep those things hidden inside of you or keep those things out of sight, then how can the next generation possibly be able to learn or grow or recover, or be that generation where it breaks the tie?
There is a place for family business.
Yes.
But the family is extended beyond our individual families of brothers and sisters and mother and father, because we're in faith communities, which are families. And then the extended families all around us in these concentric circles, if healing takes place at the heart of it, that healing extends out like ripples. Well, what are you working on next?
I'm working on My Mother's Shoes.
My Mother's Shoes.
My Mother's Shoes was actually a rendition of The Wizard of Oz, and I've been working on that show for quite a long time, probably as long as Mama Don't Cry. I've always loved The Wizard of Oz. And so it's essentially about a mother passing down her mantle of her shoes and actually allowing her daughter to not only see what her past has been like, but actually now walk through her mother's shoes so that she can walk into her future. And so it's a pretty amazing musical. A lot of different characters, a lot of different technical things that have to go on, but it's just amazing.
So how long do you suppose it's going to be before that goes on stage?
Probably a good 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
It's a big production, probably at least 30, 40 casts. And not to say how many people behind stage.
You are so patient.
Yes.
Because it is a process.
Yes.
Like any artistic process, we're just not in a place where we can just go paint a masterpiece, in 5 minutes.
Did Picasso paint in 5 minutes?
I don't think so. I did not. He's one person I did not know personally. But you've expressed so well what's behind the artistic expression and the creative expression.
Right.
I've interviewed musicians and talked about, now, where did this song come from? And they say, well, if I could tell you about the song, there's no reason in the world to have sung it.
Right.
And so I feel odd that we've not shown excerpts from the show, but that's a difficult thing to do on our set here. But
sure,
we should get together again and maybe take a clip from the video.
Absolutely.
Because you also know you've done some video editing, I guess. You've moved into that medium.
Oh yeah, we've done. I've done documentary and different other print and so taliamore.com if people are ever interested in the different works that we have done to get involved with that. So one thing that I know a lot of short on time, but I think one thing that was important that did come out of my script writing was giving back. We work with a lot of youth in the community and work with a lot of writing workshops for them to do a lot of script to stage. And so working with the Boys and Girls Club and the Urban League and different other youth organizations and church organizations, it helps them, to not only see their work, but to actually see it come to life. So not only stopping, at my work, but also giving back. So if you are out there and you do work or write or sing or have any talent, the Lord is saying, don't hold on to that. Make sure that you also give it back.
Yes.
Because that's where your fruit really comes from. Iron sharpens iron, in that sense.
We are all gifted people in different ways. Mm-hmm. And if you find creative ways to use your gifts, it may be self-expression. Again, we go back to journaling or writing just for yourself. Mm-hmm. Again, no judgment.
Right.
And for your eyes only. Mm-hmm. But when you discover, you might write something and think, gosh, that's pretty good. Well, there's so many ways. You could put it on a greeting card and send it to someone. Right. Or perhaps it becomes part of a blog or a more public forum. Mm-hmm. And you've done this amazingly well with Mama Don't Cry, as well as the other creative and theatrical endeavors that you've been a part of.
Yes.
So taliamore.com is where we can find out more.
taliamore.com.
Great. Thank you so much for,
it's been such a
coming
pleasure.
in and talking with us on Encounter.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to seeing Mama Don't Cry as the musical, and I'm looking forward to seeing. Now tell me about your, got about a minute, your faith community. What church are you a part of?
I go to Binghamton First Assembly.
And they've been real supportive in terms of
very supportive. Actually, one of my assistant directors does a lot of production. We've wrote for a lot of play productions and things for First Assembly. So that was actually what drew me to First Assembly. I was at the post office, and someone gave me a ticket to see a show at Binghamton First Assembly, Easter production. And I went, and I was hooked, and I was there ever since.
Amazing, wonderful. Thank you again, Talia Moore, for being with us.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us for Encounter. The Broome County Council of Churches makes this possible, and our thanks to WBNG and to WNBF for getting us on the air. I'm Jeff Kellam, hoping that in the coming week you'll be gentle with people and also with yourself.